What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, coming back to you two, yes indeed, you two fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Steve Smith, and this is actually one of Steve's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Steve. Hope you enjoyed the show. Steve wanted to see me react to this. It is U2 with a tune called Ordinary Love. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by U2, no surprise there. And the video has 77 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. U2, Ordinary Love, live on the Tonight Show. Okay. NBC is very protective of its intellectual properties, and the Tonight Show is one of its highest guarded properties. It is very protected. I don't know how this is going to go. All I can say, folks, and I really hope you do this with me, hope for the best here, and let's see how this turns out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
The sea wants to kiss the golden shore. The sunlight wants your skin. All the beauty that's been lost before wants to find us again. I can't find you anymore. It's you I'm fighting for. The sea throws rocks together, but time leaves us polished stone. We can't fall any further in. We can't feel ordinary love, and we cannot reach any higher if we can't deal with ordinary love. Birds fly high in the summer sky and rest on the breeze. The same wind will take care of you and I. We'll build our house in the trees. Your heart is on my sleeve. Did you put it there with a magic marker? For years I would believe that the world couldn't wash us away. We can't fall any
looks like the band over here is about to kick in and join them. It's interesting. Different approach. Much different approach from what we normally seen on late night talk shows or daytime talk shows or whatever. You don't usually see the performers sitting right next to the host and busting out the acoustics and playing. That's definitely a different approach. I think it's unique. I think it's different. I think for the style of the song, it's very fitting. It's a very pretty song. I like the chordal progression. Sounds really nice. Flowing really well. The vocals, the vocal performance, very fitting. It's jumping around quite a bit, yes, but I think that's for a song like this, I kind of feel like it's a little necessary. Like he kind of needs it. Like if he were just to sing within the range of, let's say, a single octave, let's keep things simple, right? I think the song would suffer. I think it would. I think the jumping around in the octaves, I think the constant movement, the broad usage of notation. I think it's absolutely necessary to help keep if for no other reason to help keep the listener engaged. Because honestly, listening to everything else, listening to the guitar, listening to the bass once it kicked in, listening to the tambourine once it, not the drums, just the tambourine once it kicked in. Without those vocals, it would be, I hate to say it, boring. It absolutely would be boring. So Bono's vocals are single-handedly keeping the listener vested. It's not the best song I've ever heard from U2, not by any stretch, but it's not a bad tune. It's not a bad tune at all. Getting the Tonight Show band involved. Let's see what they're gonna do here. I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen, how they're gonna add, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Let's see what they're gonna do here.
If we can't deal with ordinary love, roots, come on. Falling further in, we can't feel ordinary love, and we cannot reach any higher. If we can't deal with ordinary love, we can't fall any further in. We can't feel ordinary love, we cannot reach any higher. If we can't deal with quest love, praise love, you too, everybody. For the pleasure after the break. Stick around, everybody. Give me love. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Play them out.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Can't fall any further. If we can't deal ordinary love, ordinary
For what it was and for what it was designed to be and what it was meant to be, they did a fine job. Okay, they absolutely did. Am I ever gonna say I was impressed by this? No. It did. I'll even take it a step further. Would I ever say I enjoyed something like this? No. I Not my thing. Not my thing whatsoever. But that's just how I personally feel. Now, looking at this objectively, how am I going to evaluate this? How am I going to rate it? How am I going to score it? Well, that's a little bit of a different story. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was U2 with Ordinary Love. This was a request from Steve Smith, and this was actually one of Steve's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Steve. Hope you enjoyed the show. Listen, not everything that I watch, listen, and react to on the channel is going to hit a home run. Okay, that's just an impossibility, guys. There's going to be home runs, absolutely, and there's also going to be doubles. There's going to be, singles. There's going to be base hits. There's going to be, every once in a while, there might be a triple. And there's also going to be flyouts and lineouts and groundouts and walks and batters hit. And there's going to be strikeouts. And if I'm being 100% honest, folks, this was a groundout. This was not for me. It's just not my thing, guys. It's not my bag. It's not my jam. It's not going to blow my skirt up. It's not the kind of performance or song that I'm going to listen to and go, oh yeah, I got to hear that again. Nope. No, I do not. It just didn't really do anything for me, guys. I'm sorry, but it didn't. This did nothing for me, if I'm being honest. I'm sure there are people out there that will watch this and listen to this, and they'll think it's the greatest song that U2 has ever written, and they'll say it's the greatest performance they've ever seen. Listen, that is their opinions, okay? And I'm not trying to discredit those opinions at all. It's how they feel, and they are absolutely entitled to feel that way, okay? All I'm saying is, me personally, no, this was absolutely not for me in any way, shape, or form. Now, having said that, looking at this objectively, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.7. Yep, 6.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 6.7. What does that mean? Well, a 6.7 would translate to a pretty good scale rating because looking at this objectively, I think they did a pretty good job. It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B as in boy, B letter grade. So there you go, a 6.7, pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Well, I may not personally dig on this, and do not let my score get confusing, guys. I did not dig on this at all. While I may not have dug on this, at the same time, I can find absolutely no fault with anything they did. The song itself, it's a little one-dimensional. Yeah, let's call a spade here. It followed the exact same chordal progression with one exception and one very specific part of the song. For the most part, though, it followed the exact same chordal progression from start to finish. C sharp to G sharp to B to F sharp. That is the exact chordal progression they did through the entire song, with one exception. When they would transition into the chorus, the chordal progression changed, and it went, instead of being C sharp, G sharp, B, F sharp, it did C sharp, G sharp, E. They went to an E to the F sharp, transition into the chorus, where it went right back to the same riff again. That it had through 98% of the song. Very one-dimensional. didn't really evolve, didn't change, didn't develop in any way, shape, or form. If I'm being honest, got a little stale. Yes, it did. I mean, it was still sounded fine. It was still pleasing to the ear, but if you're gonna ask me if that's impressive, no, absolutely not. No way would I ever say that this song was impressively written. I think it was done well. I think the song was done well in the setting. I think the setting was kind of unique. You don't see too many bands playing on the couches, next to the host of whatever the show may be, whether it be the Tonight Show, the Late Show, whatever the case may be. You don't see too many bands playing on the couch next to the host. That was a different approach. I got to give them credit for that. Since the song was being played acoustically, I think that was really nice. I think it was really a really cool thing to do it that way. Could they have been up on the stage, on the main stage, the performance stage, on stools or something like that? Yeah, they could have done that, just like every other band. But I think the approach they took was different. The instrumentation with Larry playing a tambourine, just tambourine alone, I think it worked. I think it absolutely worked. I think it definitely added to the intimacy of the delivery of the song. Acoustic instruments always look good and sound good. I was glad to see that Adam was playing an actual hollow body acoustic bass guitar, not a electric, not an electric bass. I love when people do that and they say, "Oh, it's an acoustic performance." Yeah, but our bass player is playing an electric. Not quite an acoustic performance, then, is it? No, it looked good. It sounded good. I mean, I got no problem with the overall presentation or the overall performance. I don't even have a problem with the songwriting, other than the fact that it was just kind of one-dimensional. But it's solid. It was pleasing to the ear. Everything flowed. Everything made sense. Bono's vocals, honestly, were the highlight. I think his movement was absolutely needed. All those jumps, all those octave jumps, absolutely needed for this song. Without those, I think the song would have become a snooze fest. So, yeah, good job on his part, absolutely. No, I would give the song, honestly, about a 6.2, 6.3, somewhere in there. But I'm giving this a 6.7. How did that happen? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm going to say. So say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but in this case, the live show actually helped the score. Very surprised about that. And I know people right now are kind of scratching their head going, it was an acoustic show. How did that help? You'll see, I promise. Let's go down the checklist. Stage presence. Yeah, check. They look like performers. They acted like performers. Got no problem with that whatsoever. Stage energy. Okay. Usually with acoustic sets, you're not going to get this. But towards the end, we got some, didn't we? Yeah. Edge stood up, Bono stood up, and they started moving around the stage a little bit, didn't they? So, can't believe I'm going to say this, but yeah, check.
What did he say?
Stage energy was there. Stage interaction. Again, it's an acoustic show. Don't usually see stage interaction during an acoustic show, but we did.
What?
Yeah, we did. Bono and Edge interacted with each other. Bono and Jimmy interacted with each other. What? Yeah, it happened. It happened during the song. Trust me, folks, I wasn't expecting that either, but yet here we are, and here it was. So, yeah, that gets a check as well. Crowd interaction. Yep.
Your thoughts?
What? Crowd interaction indeed. Yeah, he was Edge and Bono both interacting with the crowd. Yeah, it was there. So, shockingly, yes, crowd interaction, check. What kind of an acoustic performance was this? Production, nah, not really. It's television. It's It's late night talk show stuff, so no production, but that's okay. Production, bonus points anyway. Oh, I missed showmanship. There's showmanship in there. Yeah, check. We put that check in there too. They put on a good show. It looked good. It sounded good. So yeah, showmanship's there as well. They got the main 5. I know they didn't get production, but production, like I said, is bonus points. So they checked off the main 5 boxes. Plus, they got the Tonight Show band involved. Now, was that planned? Was that rehearsed? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. The band just hopping in that way. Now, here's the thing, though. I know the Tonight Show band are very accomplished musicians in their own right. Could they have picked up on the song and just played it? Oh, yeah, absolutely. This song was simple. This song was beyond simple. They could have absolutely just picked up on it and decided to join in. Sure, that could have happened. But knowing NBC, I'm willing to bet this was very well rehearsed several times before they went live. So I'm sure that was all planned. Okay, but even still, it still sounded good. And it was nice to have the band jump in and fill out the sound. So that was nice. That was definitely nice. So this is how, taking everything into account, this is how we're ending up at a 6.7, which is a pretty good score for what I feel was a pretty good overall performance.
Now, who can argue with that? Robert!
So yeah, 6.7. I feel good about that score, and that's right where we're going to keep it. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.7, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.